Hey guys, welcome to Not So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab you a libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay. So am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola. From the west side. West side. Even though I'm from the east side. But from the west side, that's where I am. That's where we be. That's where we are these days. Anyway, I figured out how to upload my new intro to Not So Random Chat. So I hope people like it. It doesn't have me doing all my singing in it. I might put that back in it and re-upload it, but for right now it's gonna be how it is. I think it's kind of sexy, kind of grown and sexy the way that I have it now. So hopefully you guys like it. Anyway, it is Wednesday, y'all. It is, can you guys believe that it is already the middle of the week and we ain't got but 2 more days to this week? And can you guys believe that next week will be September? Now, I know that a lot of folks, you've got school-age kids, your kids are just now starting to go back to school. And I know that is an ordeal in and of itself. I don't know about in other parts of the country, but here in the West, in the Los Angeles area, at least in the Los Angeles area, we're starting to see kids that are coming back to school with something, unfortunately. And it's not just the ones that, are below the age that they can vote, but it's also, the other ones. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, right now, because, we've got people at varying degrees of voting. And then, our children under a certain age, they're not old enough to vote. So they can't. Hey, Miss Mahogany. I'm doing good, sis. I'm doing good. It is a Wednesday night. I'm chill. I got my freaking new intro up. I might play it somewhere during the show or play a little bit of it during the show because it's kind of long. But yeah, it's a good thing to put in there if I need to put in a little intermission. And I actually have an outro now too, sis. Did I watch
No, I did not. But I've been watching, I watched a bunch of stuff today. Or I've been trying to keep up with a bunch of stuff. I did see some of the stuff going on in the black sector. Today I didn't catch up with the beef sector, but I saw a bunch of stuff in the beef sector yesterday, which was some of that stuff is, gosh. So I'm gonna start with what I was talking about on Monday, which was Bomb Cherry's channel. Since then, oh yeah, I did see Wiley's. I did see Wiley's this morning though, and I just hadn't had a chance to look at Tasha's yet. But I did see Wiley's this morning, so I kind of know something. But Bomb Cherry Juice is Bomb Cherry's new channel, and she opened up a new channel. Since her channel gotten taken down, I have seen her on a panel on another channel, and so she's dispelled all the rumors, about who took her channel down. There was a person out there who's they're not even a content creator, just one of these young folks that was tripping, that had tried to take credit, but Bomb Cherry has let us know that her channel was taken down because of YouTube rules. So she does have a new channel now. It's called Bomb Cherry Juice, and she's gonna rebuild it. She doesn't even, she don't care about her channel being taken down because it was YouTube that took it down, and she's okay with that because she feels that she's not trying to monetize the channel, at least not at this point, and she doesn't really need to. She just, she does it because she wants to. But I want her to get her subscribers back on her new channel. So let me go and grab her channel, and I'm gonna put it in my chat because I do want to make sure that people are subscribing to her. On Monday, she was under 200 subscribers as of today. She's over 200, but that's still not good enough in my eyes. So yeah, I'm getting ready to pop her right into the chat. Okay, so this is Bomb Cherry's channel, and I will drop it periodically throughout my stream because yes, I am promoting a fellow YouTuber who I want channel to grow back to what it was before. So I just popped it into the stream, and I will pop it in there again a little later on. It's called Bomb Cherry Juice. 2 words. Yeah, hi all y'all in the bushes. It's okay. It's okay. I know I have some people, I have one of my supporters who I know supports from the Skybox, because another of my supporters, unfortunately, there's a conflict between the two supporters. And it's sad. But I do respect the fact that they don't come down if they don't want to. But I wish that they would come down into my chat. Because, truth be told, either they both stay up in the Skybox. Coming in the chat. Hey, DLD. But yes, Bomb Cherry's channel was taken down by YouTube, and this is per Bomb Cherry herself. Okay, it was taken down for violating community guidelines, and it was she says it was in regards to the title in her last stream on her channel that she previously had. So you have to be careful about what you put in the title of your streams, because especially if you guys are talking about, you know, the conscious brother over there, you got to be real careful what you're putting in there, because YouTube doesn't play that. There's certain words that they don't want to be said in the stream. And if they don't want them to be said in the stream, I guess it goes to the same point. They don't want them to be in a title. But that's what she said was the reason her channel got taken down. And you know, I guess in certain situations they won't give you a warning. They just terminate your channel. So that's what they decided to do. You know. But she's back up and running, and she's over 200 subscribers on Bomb Cherry Juice. So I'm going to put her you know, put her channel in my live stream, you know, every time I go live, because I want her channel to build back up. You know, I do. She asked me to do this. She probably don't even know I'm doing this. Okay. You know, but you know, all of them, most of the people, content creators and stuff around here are younger than me, even if they're just a little younger than me. You know, so as an elder, I just feel it's the right thing to do. You know. And now, I mean, hopefully she won't have another channel taken down, but as long as it was not somebody on the platform flagging down her channel versus YouTube making that decision, you know, it's still unfortunate that they did that, because she had a lot of subscribers and she had a lot of videos on there. But you know, from what I understand, from what she said, it was the title and then the amount and then the length of the stream with that title. And I'm sure it was getting a lot of views. I'm sure it was getting a lot of views. Let me see what you guys think. Denise is tame. Oh, she's home. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad she's home. So glad she's home, sis. Now, I wanted to say something. I don't know. This is not in regards to YouTube, but this is in regards to one of my friends on IG, who happens to be a singer, a writer, a poet, and you know, she's local to the Los Angeles area, but people may know her. Her name is Stacy Branch. And I just want to put out there for people to pray for her and her daughter. Her daughter is, I think my thing went off. Her daughter is in, her daughter is fighting for her life. She has cancer. It's a young person who is fighting for their life, literally fighting for her life. Obviously she's in stage 4, and I, you know, just pray for Nay. That's what her mom calls her. And again, you know, her mom's name is Stacy Branch. And, you know, I just felt the need to put that out there because, you know, with all the ish going on, that's something that that's a good thing that people can be praying about. Someone, a young person who is fighting for their life, who has cancer. So, after listening, I'll have this back on in a minute. Music's coming, y'all. So after listening to what Bomb Cherry had to say in regards to that, I did listen to a little bit more of the conversation that the ladies in TMHC, I think it's called, or saying. And, I mean, okay, here, I, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinions and everything, in regards to the other gender. And maybe, the way that they're feeling is really just in regards to what they're seeing portrayed on the YouTube streets, you know. But to me, in reality, yeah, I am for men and women, black men and women, having a choice in who they date. Who you date is who you date, okay? Who you want to be with is who you want to be with, okay? But where I do have an issue with is when people are throwing away, hey Terry, throwing away everybody because of the experiences that they have had. And some of them, make these revelations early in life. But on the other hand, what I also don't like is the men talking about these ladies, what these ladies look like. Saying they ain't all that, saying they all saying they basic, talking about where they from, if they're from the hood or from the suburbs, what their level of education is, you know, the pettiness of it all. This whole back and forth, to me, it's just so juvenile, y'all. Okay? Because I'm just going to say this, and this is just my opinion as an elder. Grown men shouldn't be arguing with younger women. When I'm talking about young, I'm talking about, if you are in your 40s and your 50s, I'm sorry, what kind of conversation should you even be having with someone who's in their 20s? Y'all shouldn't even be having a conversation, much less it be a disrespectful conversation in these YouTube streets. Seriously. I mean, you're seeing a whole bunch of that mess going on, and this is going on. I'm talking about in the black sector, which encompasses a large portion of people. With all these mergings of everything, everything black is in one place, so to speak. You have, I think, conflict between people who are of divesting and people who are not of divesting. And the thing is that neither's going to change the other's mind. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So I don't even understand what that conversation is about and why it becomes an argument with these big panels of people calling people everything but a child of God. I'm just saying. Call me old school, but that's just, come on, y'all. It's like, if that's what you have to resort to in in talking to a member of the opposite sex, then maybe y'all shouldn't even be talking on a panel. If it has to go to disrespect, and I'm talking about everybody. It's like, what? I mean, I'm just saying, y'all. Maybe I'm on some other stuff. You know, maybe I'm on something else. And and the comment, this is how everybody rolls on here. No, everybody doesn't roll like that. Everybody don't roll like that. Because when have y'all heard me get up on here and go off like that? The day you see DC get up here and go off on someone, cussing and out and doing all of that stuff, means something serious is going on. And it means that they ain't just talking about me. It means they done said something about my child, who is an adult. But that's where you'll see me come on here and act a fool. See, I almost did it. But outside of that, getting on here and talking crazy about people that you really don't actually know in real life, I don't get that part. It's just very easy to just not be around each other on the platform rather than have the conflict. Or I don't know, agree to disagree. And everybody stop talking about, where somebody else is. Because, let me just say this. It's crazy to me how people get on here and are always using people's education against them. For those who are educated, in certain curriculum. And then at the same time, it's also, if you are in a certain field and it is known on the platform, then you should kind of carry yourself with a certain type of decorum. I'm just saying. I'm over here fanning myself. That's what y'all hear, my fan. I'm just saying, because from my perspective, it kind of feeds into the ignorance. It's like, who's gonna stoop lower? To prove their point? Who's gonna say more to show they're right? And then the crazy thing about it is that you guys have gotten Don Cherry in the middle of y'all ish. I'm just saying. And I'm talking about from the fact that when the stuff happened, it was being carried out on her platform. Now, it's her platform and she can do whatever she wants with it. But what I'm saying is that, to me, doing that stuff, it's just disrespectful to her. Regardless, there's got to be a better way to talk to each other. I'm just, and maybe that's because, half of me growing up, I grew up in the city, in the hood, and then we moved to the suburbs. Or maybe it's because, I went to private school that I see it differently. But, maybe I just have higher expectations, Ain't y'all tired of, folks looking at the black folk on here as being Section 8 and ignorant no matter what their education status is? Hey, Paul. But, I hope that Bomb is able to come back with Fury, doing whatever she wants on her platform. And I hope that in the future, whoever is doing things that are disrespectful, that, you know, on her platform, that hey, respect her platform. You know, she's trying to have it as a co-ed place, a place where people can kick it and everything. If she's not trying to make it into, you know, the Viper Pit 2.0, she's just trying to make it into a cool place to hang out. Period. You know, if you don't like who's in a chat, then don't go. But then don't go up and you know, pull up strings and start talking ish. Like, what the F? For those who consider themselves to be the older, mature people, well, hell, take the high road. Take the high road. You know, find something else. You know, because this whole situation with Brother Conscious seems to be one of the only things that has got the Black collective on the same page for the most part, you know, because most of us want to see the truth. Most of us want to see the truth in that situation. Most of us want to see the truth. You know, and it's real. I mean, shouts out to the folks who are doing these long streams and pushing all the stuff out there. Shouts out to y'all for getting your clicks and your views and getting your huge, you know, your huge number counts, you know, in regards to this. My only thing I say is that whatever you put out, you know, make sure what you're putting out is, you know, truthful and not fabricated stuff in regards to this. You know, because we all know that there is there is a minor involved. That's all I'm saying. And just keep that in mind and respect that in your discussions, because that is it's very sensitive and a very sensitive topic, you guys. And if you're giving out good information, you don't want your channel to be potentially snatched. So just be careful what you're saying. Is all I'm saying. Now, you know, once he goes to trial, and you know, that's a different story. But until it gets to that point, just be careful what you're saying, and just keep in mind that YouTube is watching what everyone is saying in regards to that situation. You know, seriously. So, let me see what you guys are saying. I'd rather for anyone. Yep. I'd rather for anyone who feels that I am wrong to ask me, to talk to me and not at me. Yep. That's the thing, you know, on here. A lot of people talk at each other. I mean, you're talking to someone that you really don't know. You really don't know who they really are. Okay. You just know who they say they are. And to me, some people have too much invested with folks they don't know. With folks that they don't know. Like in regards to you know, the little the club that the young ladies had, and it was really just a group, you know, of people who like to hang out, as they say. It actually had no malicious intent. until I guess people made it into malicious intent. And I'm pretty sure um, of that fact because check this out. I was actually there when they started it. Okay, I was I was right there, and who wanted to be a part of the group decided to be a part of that group. You know, I support who I want to support. I support, most of the ladies in the group. That's their thing, that they want to do on the internet. As you guys all know, I belong to Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. That is, the group of ladies that I have chosen to be, in a fellowship with, you know. But I support stuff, but I'm just, y'all know, I'm not into, I'm solo dolo. Let's in these YouTube streets. But I will collaborate with people. I will support people and all of the stuff that they do. But you ain't gonna catch DC in no groups. We know that I don't know what is wrong with my iPad. It's just, tripping tonight, y'all. It's doing its thing, but and the battery's at 100%. So I think, it's just got a whole bunch of stuff on its memory. Let's see if I can get it playing again. But let me see. Oh, yep, it went out on me again. So let me bring the song back in, y'all. Let me bring it back in. There it is again. Every time it goes off, it makes me lose my train of thought. Hey, Monica. Oh, is it Marie? Yeah, that's Maria. Girl, I can't read. Oh, Marie, you changed your name. You changed your name. It's still Maria, but yeah, I understand. Very few of, I like, that some people have their, their own names on their channels and everything, but I understand why a lot of people don't have their own names on the channels that they broadcast from. Now, I got another channel. Nothing's on that channel. Matter of fact, I think I have one subscriber on that channel because that's the channel that's, I just used to subscribe to people and stuff. It's my backup channel. I don't need to upload any videos over there because, I think it's for, hey, Joe, as for right now, I think that I'm doing pretty good at following the YouTube rules. I've gotten a couple of slaps because somebody decided that 5 seconds of my song or or something in my video belonged to them. So whenever they did that, I just took that 5 seconds out. Even though they're lying, but I ain't got time. They're obviously looking because even though I'm a little channel, I'm in a good part of the algorithm. I'm in a good part of the algorithm. Like with the daily thoughts that I've been putting out, you guys, that's pushed me into the daily thoughts algorithm as well. And there's like about 3,000 channels in there. So I'm trying to push myself higher in the rankings in those because I talk about different things every time. As a point of reference, I dropped the one for today right before I started the live stream, which is why I pushed it back 15 minutes because it took me a little longer to get it to upload than I thought it would. But today's daily thoughts is on jealousy. Jealousy. You know that song? What's that by? Is it Club Nouveau or is it Timex Social Club that sing that? I forget. I think it's Club Nouveau. Yeah, I think that's Club Nouveau. But yes, today's Daily Thoughts is on jealousy. And I've already started working on the one for tomorrow. I'm already working on the one for tomorrow. And tomorrow's going to be a kind of crazy day for me, you guys, because tomorrow I have to go to a homegoing for one of my cousins. And, you know, thankfully, the panorama had nothing to do with what's going on with my cousin. My cousin was fighting the big C, and she put on a valiant fight, but she was tired, so she left. The Babylon sector of YouTube is a mess. Yeah, well, you know, what I talk about in my live streams is, you know, more sector related, or, you know, just stuff that might fall into the sector. But my uploads, you know, for my vlogs, my coffee talk, my daily thoughts, you know, all of that is just stuff that's not necessarily Black sector related, you know, because I'm talking about autism, I'm talking about, you know, about maybe Black female things in my coffee talk. But yeah, I don't get on here to, you know, to tear folk down and you know, to gossip in the back chats. And that's, you know, that's not my purpose. And it's definitely, you know, not part of my purpose in life. So, you know, I don't have that kind of time to be wasting. To me, it's counterproductive. You know, but for some people, that's what they live for. So, you know, it's what they live for. You see who you're talking. Oh, he's talking to DLD. I said, oh, that y'all are having a conversation. Sorry, I'm just trying to see what are y'all saying. That's DLD and Paula having a conversation. Man, let me tell you guys something about what's going on right now in the world of living situations around the country. Right now, around the country, at least in a lot of the East, and, you know, maybe the Midwest, you know, people are trying to move back into the cities because they're going back into the offices, and it's like they're having very, very hard times, or it's taking a minute to get a place if you don't have all your paperwork together and everything. And they're asking a lot of money for rent. Now, I can tell you, out here in the West, you know, rents are pretty crazy. A lot of places, you know. Me, myself, and I'm waiting around for the real estate prices to pop, because they can only go up so much more. Nobody's making the kind of money that people are asking for on their properties. And here's a crazy thing, you know, unless we get an influx of, you know, refugees coming to the Golden State from Afghanistan, people are moving the heck out of here. Okay? We're not having a population growth in California. California is having attrition. You know, so people asking these crazy prices for their properties is going to be pretty interesting. Buying or renting. It is. And I'm saying this from my own personal knowledge of being in the real estate lending industry for, geez, over 30 years. I was like, dang, over 30 years. I had to, yes. So, you can think I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm telling you. So if you're thinking about buying, right now, it's not really a buyer's market. It's a seller's market in a lot of places because there isn't a inventory, which is why they're pushing prices up in so many places. But, what I would say is that the direction everything goes is really going to depend on how the world fares over the next 12 to 24 months before you start to see some movement the way it should be. Just FYI. But if y'all think DC don't know what she's talking about, don't take that little nugget that I put out there, okay? Don't even take it. Forget I even said it, okay? As a matter of fact. But this is, if you're planning on buying real estate in the continental and even Hawaii, can't really speak on Alaska, although I've done some lending in Alaska. But Alaska doesn't really have any crazy real estate prices right now, and Alaska is one of those states where they pay people to stay, to be residents of the state. They get money off of the royalties from certain resources that are only in the state of Alaska. I went to school with someone who's from Alaska, as a matter of fact, and she said that was the reason why she was never going to not be an Alaska resident, because they get a nice little amount. I think back then, which was in the 80s, she was getting it was something like $2,000 to $3,000. I'm sure it's more than that now, because I'm sure it's dependent on how long you've been a resident of the state. That's what you guys are talking about. Exactly. Everything is crazy right now in real estate, especially California. California is kind of crazy for selling. The rental prices right now are kind of crazy too, because a lot of people aren't able to sell their properties, or haven't been able, are now going to rent properties out, and coming out of the panorama, now they're asking more money. Which is interesting. It's interesting that that's the way that people are looking. I mean, I want to buy in the next 2 years, but I don't think that I'm going to necessarily buy in California. No, I don't know if I'm going to buy in California, because I may just buy something and call it, and then either do an investment or a second home in another state. And, make sure it's a state that I'm planning on visiting. I mean, I'm not going to buy property in New Mexico if I don't plan on ever going to New Mexico. And they have blizzards in New Mexico in certain parts. But I love those Pueblo style homes in the Southwest. But y'all know where I desire to live is near water, near ocean. So that kind of limits the places that I'm going to live. It's like either I live on the East Coast or I live on the West Coast. So for right now, because the best resources for my son in regards to autism are in the state of California, this is where I am. But as far as living, this is not going to be it, because in my mind, unless something, miraculous happens, there's no way that my son would be able to afford to live here on his own, in his own place, unless I bought a place for him. So I might do something like that, buy a place so that he always has a place to live, even after I'm gone. But more than likely, we're just going to probably move to another part of the country that's slower, that's less expensive. Florida is nice, but that one's ex-nay. Because my man does not want to go back to Florida. He lived there for a while. So, and I'm not going to do Texas, even though I have a bunch of relatives in Texas, like a bunch of relatives, thanks to Hurricane Katrina. But the resources for autism to me are not as good to me in Texas as they are here. A lot of things that my son doesn't have to pay for here, we'd have to find money for in that state. So that's the kind of stuff I have to think about. And I would love to go home to the DC area, but y'all know it costs as much to live back home as it costs to live where I am in California, y'all. It costs as much, which is sad. My dad is in the Carolinas. He's in North Carolina. So I thought about, the Carolinas, like North Carolina, or in South Carolina. Where would I do? South Carolina. In North Carolina, Charlotte is kind of too much for me. I mean, even though that's the financial center, I mean, if I moved there, I would probably be up in the Greensboro area where my dad is, because that's closer to DC. It's only an hour closer though. But I like Southern Georgia, but I just have to think about moving to the South. Okay. For me, as someone who grew up in the northest part of the South that you could have grown up in, which is the DMV. Okay. And, I'm not dumb. I know that there's a whole bunch of stuff that is still going on in the South, even though people don't want to act like it doesn't exist. So, I don't know if I can put myself into that, that mindset, to deal with that kind of stuff, especially at the age that I'm at now. At this age, So that's the other thing. But, and I'm so, and y'all know I'm so not conservative. I'm so not conservative with my purple hair all the time. And my tattoos that y'all can't see most of the time because I keep them well covered up, But I don't know. I just want to think of a place that I can live when once I'm a full-time author and writer, because y'all know I've put that into the universe, that is in my future, that in my future I will be able to make, you know, my my money off of writing books, because y'all, I got a ton of them that are like at different stages, and they just have, and the only reason they're not finished is because I won't let myself finish them, because I had to finish the book in regards to my son first. Once that one is out the door completely, then I can go to the next one, which is the book of poetry, which is kind of, somewhere going. But that one also I want to incorporate a spoken word CD with. So, I got so much stuff going on. Going on in the background. I'm trying to get it done. Oh, that reminds me. I have got to send my P.O. box to 1SP. Sorry, 1SP, if you listen to the replay of this, I will DM it to you on IG this week, sir. It's been a lot going on. A lot going on. With, losing my cousin. And even though, I haven't really been saying anything. And last week was the 10th anniversary of my mom's passing. So it's been a kind of emotional month for me off of YouTube, which is why I didn't give an F about all this BS that people are doing on here. But I see people showing their behinds, talking stuff, talking crazy, talking spicy, talking about taking things offline again. Like, why? What is the point? Can someone please tell me that? What is the point? We don't know. But I hear them talking. I hear people responding. But see, the thing is that if you start just paying people dust, just start paying them dust when they talking all this, nonsense online, things will go, it kind of goes a different way. But no, most of the time, people have to respond. No, you don't. You don't have to respond to that bullshit. Yeah, I made it almost to the full hour without saying a curse word. I give myself a hand every time that I don't say one, y'all. I'm trying to not, but sometimes it's necessary to describe what I'm talking about. But please believe, just because I don't use them all the time doesn't mean that I can't be eloquent with cursing somebody out. I ain't got time for all that. I don't let people stress me on this platform. Y'all know I stay namaste. I have to stay namaste on here, because, I've shared y'all parts of the stuff that go into being a caregiver, and believe me, right now we've gotten past a lot of the dark sides of autism with my son. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. But y'all saw some of that stuff. Y'all remember when, when my face was attacked? Okay? My face was attacked. Thank you to, my good skin and to the vitamin E oil that I put all on my cheek. You can't even tell that I got bitten on my face by my child. Can't tell. That was a moment. And when that happened, I had to decide whether I was going to share that stuff with you guys or not. But I did. I even came on camera, so y'all could see that I was okay, and that I made it through it. But I'm going to say this. If it had not been for the person who I'm in a relationship with doing the panorama, I don't know. I don't even know how I would have managed my son during that time, because it wasn't like people could come around because of what was going on. He knows it. I was thankful that we were forced to be in the same place. Had to quarantine together. All right, you guys, I'm getting ready to come on camera. Give me 1 second. Let me just get this. Let me get this so y'all can see me. Hey, everyone. Yeah, see, it's different hairstyle. I like the braids this way, you guys, because at least for the moment, because it's shorter and it's not much hair. And really, I basically just braided my own hair. And then this, kind of, my hair is almost to the end of all of these, because my hair, as you guys know, is much longer than it actually appears when I've got these braids all in it. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for the Sky Watchers who are out there. If you didn't see my intro tonight, I did change the intro to this, so those who watch the replay will see it. But when I get off, I have an outro for y'all. There's an outro. So that's going to come up after I get off the camera. I'll be back on with you guys on, let me move this thing down a little bit. There we go. So y'all can see me. I'll be back on live on Friday. And I will be back on virtually tomorrow with my upload of my next daily thought. But until then, off you guys. Peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out of here. I'm going to let that outro play. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all know I'm not that good at this yet. Let me find it. All right, you guys. I'm out of here. Peace.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out. Peace.